day in day out, you should know that, okay, everyone is having some accountability and responsibility towards the cybersecurity. That's the reason it is about national security, that you have to protect your data. And even if it is going out, which is not in our hand, then please report the same, either to your cybersecurity team in organization or to 1930, which is the government number.
We are already hearing a lot about AI, cloud computing and blockchain. How do you envision these technologies having an impact on cybersecurity landscape?
We have seen different attacks are happening. Again, we can call one as the CEO impersonation, which is a deep fake videos, right? And because of that, which is falling for a digital arrest. There is nothing called as digital arrest. The ethical use of that, there has to be clear policies against that. That, for example, you're the employee, you will not be able to understand what is ethical in that case and what is not ethical.
Exactly.
Right? What I should share, what I should not share. So you need a help of awareness, a good sessions, good learnings on that, good policy, ethical policy and technology.
Hi, you're watching The Mainstream. I am Simran Shiwalkar, your host for today, and this is an exclusive leadership dialogue from the Emerge Tech Collective. Today I have with me a true visionary and a leader from the cybersecurity space, Mr. Amey Lakeshri. Mr. Lakeshri, thank you once again for joining us.
Yep, thank you for inviting.
The pleasure is totally ours. Well, he needs no introduction. His remarkable contribution is well known, but I will still take this opportunity to share a few things about him. Mr. Lakeshri is a director of cybersecurity, privacy and incident response at EY. With over 14 years of experience, he is a 40 under 40 cybersecurity honoree, Cyber Spartan and recipient of various awards like Cyber Professional of the Year and the COVID-19 Superhero CIO CISO of the Year Award. A true business savvy at heart, he is an MBA graduate from IES. He is also passionate about continuous learning and collaboration. Today, I'm super thrilled to know more about his journey and hear some critical insights on the future of cybersecurity and navigate the challenges as well. So stay tuned with us throughout. Mr. Lakeshri, like I said, you have more than a decade of experience now. And before we deep dive into the critical insights, can you tell us a bit about this journey, how this has shaped your perspective as a cybersecurity leader?
Sure. So I think few important points, right? It's about continuous learning, then collaboration, right? And then having a right intention, right, towards the work. And this is how it started, right? I started my career in networking, where I went with the baselines, understanding the infra, everything and all that. I completed few certifications into that, till CCNP and all that. And after that, I started myself going to the, other people who are doing security and all that. I used to go to the security admin. I used to sit next to him and I used to request him, is it okay if I learn from you, right? And after doing my job, right? And that's how it all started. And then I went into the network security. Then I got an opportunity to be into the compliance, where I was helping actually organization to achieve certain certifications and audits to get, pass through for the clients. And then it went, keep going. So I started from scratch. I learned the networking, then security. Then I jumped into the actual cybersecurity world, right? And in the entire journey, I've learned that, if you stop accepting the feedbacks, if you stop discussing with the people, right, that is somewhere you will stop your growth, right? And I'll name somebody. So I'm not a person who used to attend all the classes, okay, in my college. But I did attend all the classes of Mr. Vagesh Dwivedi. Okay, he is called as a networking king, right, in India. So I used to go to his classes and all that. Initially, I was a little bit like, I don't want to go to his classes here. Why? But after 2 classes, I was a big fan of, his teaching and all that. And he taught me one simple thing. It's all about networking. It's not about technical thing. It's all about networking. Even for example, say I have a 14 years of experience. And tomorrow I have to go to somebody who is having say 1 year of experience or 2 years of experience. And I have to ask a question and learn from that person. I should do that, right? I should be open for that. And that's how till now I feel I'm still learning and I'll keep learning. And that's where this journey started. Fortunately, I got good opportunities to work on the cyber field. So that's what I'm doing. And now since last 7 years, I'm on the other side of the table where I'm doing a consulting, right? And helping clients to have their business objective meet, get aligned with these cybersecurity goals and enable the business. That's how I'm working on.
Thank you once again for discussing your journey with us and for an inspirational message as well. I think learning never stops, whether you're in the technology space or otherwise. And along the lines, because you've been in the space for more than a decade now, you have also seen the risk landscape evolve throughout the years. Any key recommendations for organizations that you would suggest to, stay ahead of the competition and also to have that robust infrastructure?
Right. See, I'll say, do the basics. Okay, so we do get involved with a lot of clients when we see cyber incidents are happening, right? And at that time, when we actually investigate, we understand they do have best in technology. They have invested in best in class team members, right? They have outsourced to the best companies as well. Everything is there, but somebody have done a small mistake, which was not there. So you have to understand, you have to marry people, process, and technology, all three angles. Right, so there has to be a balance among them, and if that happens, that risk-based approach, layered security, security by default, all these terms should be in your by default policies. Right, so day in day out, you should know that okay, everyone is having some accountability and responsibility towards the cybersecurity. I'll give you a simple example. Before we go to the organizations, right? Let's consider I'm the person who doesn't care about anything. Okay. And I say, okay, if my data gets out, I'm okay with that. What will happen? Max to max, the organization where I'm working, they will ask me to pay some amount, or they'll put some legal action, or they can do anything on the person.
Right.
Because of that has happened, and probably that person is okay with that.
Right.
Hypothetical situation, right? But how happens after that? It is not about money. It's not about only reputation, because people talk about reputation, money, share values, jobs. Right? CEO jobs are going, CXO jobs are going, or anyone job is going. People are only talking about this. But there are two more factors. One is this may impact somebody's life, right? Because of this cyberbullying or any other space. Or take it in another way. Your data is out, right? And you're aware about it or you're not aware about it. But your data is out. That is getting sold on dark web. Now somebody is earning money because of that data. And that money is in reverse in getting used in terrorism, and some bad thing is happening in our country, maybe bomb blast or any other attack. Ultimately, indirectly, people are funding to that, right?
Right.
That's the reason it is about national security, that you have to protect your data, and even if it is going out, which is not in our hand, then please report the same, either to your cybersecurity team in organization or to 1930, which is the government number.
Absolutely. And with governance playing a major role, now we also have the initiation of the DPDP Act. Do you think these initiatives are rather, helping organizations and individuals as well to protect their data and also, have that secured level of individuality when it comes to data security and privacy?
It does. See, now we guys are aware about cybersecurity. Probably a decade back, we were not talking about it. Much about it, right? Few people only were talking about it, right? Now everybody knows what is cyber, at least at the basics. Similarly, it will go for data protection. Unfortunately, data privacy do not have that kind of, importance in everyone's life. Just like that, we used to give our Aadhaar card and everything to anyone, PAN card, anything, right? So be cautious on that, and that awareness will actually increase, will help people to get more matured, and that will also indirectly will stop more attacks. Right. Or data theft kind of incidents, right? And organizations are taking those governance steps like since GDPR, right? Since 2018, this is happening, right? So already most of the organizations are already mature enough to go to that level. But in India, we need more and more focus towards the DPDP. And I think we should adhere to that. That is something very important, key aspect to that, not because of the 250 crore penalty or anything else, but it is because of the I give you two more reasons, right? Life and national security.
National security, right. Amey, along the lines, do you think having a centralized system on an organizational level is important? Because a lot of time we hear that most of the attacks are internal attacks and not from the outside.
Okay.
So, what is your take on that?
Yeah, inside the thread, you can say that is there, right? Maliciously, knowingly, unknowingly, we do fall for it, right? Somebody falls for it. But in that case, you should have a robust systems who detects that. You should have a people who understand the indicators, right? The people who are monitoring that should understand those indicator of compromise or indicator of attacks, right? That should happen, and that will help to you to stop, protect, early detect, and then take right actions on that, right?
Right. And Amey, again, you have also been a cybersecurity leader, and now you're also an advisory board member for EmergeTech 2025 and a key moderator for cybersecurity panel. The theme is emerging technologies. We are already hearing a lot about AI, cloud computing, and blockchain. How do you envision these technologies having an impact on cybersecurity landscape?
Absolutely, it will. So AI is like, I gave this example most of the time, is that we all go to the marriages, right? And then we attend reception. And then we click photos and all that. We exchange gifts. So not exchange, we give gifts. And then we have that album, right?
Correct.
And when you actually check that album, you will see there are one or two kids who are there in most of the photos. AML are those kids now who are everywhere, right? If we are using it, even the threat actors are using it, right? The way they are using it, definitely they're trying to be a step ahead of every one of us. However, the good thing is, last few years, what has happened because of communities like mainstream, the CXOs are coming together and exchanging ideas, right? Without breaching the confidentiality, they are helping other organizations, other sectors as well, right? Where they're getting good insights, how to protect, what best we can do, how to implement any kind of solution. Those kind of ideas are getting exchanged, right? And it is actually helping, organization to stay ahead of this particular thing. And about the AI, we have seen different attacks are happening. Again, we can call one as the CEO impersonation, which is a deep fake videos, right? And because of that, which is falling for a digital arrest. There is nothing called as digital arrest, right? I'm not sure how many of you watch Maharashtra Chi Hasya Jatra. It's a Marathi skit show, right?
Well, I personally do.
So there is one actor, Samir Chaugule, right? He has played one of the skit recently on digital arrest. I think
Yes.
all of you should watch it, right? Till end you feel okay, he's the victim, but at the end he is actually scam this scamster,
Yes.
right? So it's like that. It's very good, but good awareness video. Don't do that. Don't speak to the scamster. You should disconnect the call. But there is nothing called as digital arrest. So AI is actually increasing a lot because threat actors are using it, but again, defenders are also using that for early detection, for a good incident response, having a good threat intelligence. AI is required.
When you say threat actors, we are now seeing advertising, making people aware of digital arrest, how that could make you the victim of such a big scam. Any key recommendations that you would like to give, for individuals especially to protect their data and not fall prey to such arrests or to such scenarios?
Okay, so think like this. You get a call and they are saying, okay, multiple scenarios. They will say your bank account will get freeze. You'll not be able to use money. You say, okay, I don't care. Beyond that, you can again go back to bank. You can open the another account, or you can again, start the same account, right? So at least educate your parents, especially, and your kids about the same, that even if you get a call, forget about everything. Just tell them do whatever you want to do and disconnect the call, right? It doesn't matter even if it is a authorized call. It's okay. Let them freeze the account. That's fine, right? So think like that. What next we can do, even if it goes worse, that's fine. But don't entertain them. Do not give any kind of sensitive data. The only problem is that people fall for the deepfake, where they do hear the audio impersonation of their kids or their parents or their friends. And that's happening.
That's happening.
That's happening. Yeah. So it's very easy. I mean, people can go and use those as a service, right? And since now, for example, you're taking a lot of podcasts, your voice is already there on internet,
Correct.
right? They can use it.
Yes.
But there are indicators again to identify those kind of videos, right? You will see a delay. You will see a glitches at least now, right? You will see a pattern is a little bit different. Lips are not getting sync with the audio. But again, probably they will come up with the technology which will cover these points as well in future.
Absolutely.
Right? So best is cross-check. Right? Try to address where your kids are. Try to address where your parents are. And please educate them. And above that, also online gaming.
Yes.
Right? That is increasing a lot. My niece and they play a lot online gamings, right? So my sister is always worried about them. Okay, please tell him not to go for online gamings and all that. But wo nahi sunega, right? So we have to allow them.
Correct.
But with some thoughts in their mind that please don't share anything. Don't reply on WhatsApp. If anybody is bullying you, somebody try to be their friend and try to get that information.
So I think trust but verify is the key here.
Like a zero trust.
Fantastic. And coming back to Emerge Tech, this year the theme is Future Ready Leadership Innovating with Emerging Technologies. In your view, how critical is or what role does a cybersecurity strategy play in shaping the future ready leadership for any organization?
Okay. So world economics, they have already acknowledged that, cybersecurity are one of the top risk. Top 3 bolo, top 5 bolo, top 10 bolo. Right? It keep on changing. It is one of the biggest risks nowadays for every organization. So leadership will have to think about it. Cybersecurity is not only now CISO stable, it is in boardroom discussion.
Correct.
Right? And it is always good to have a person in board, a board member who is having understanding of technology. Right? An independent director having this understanding will definitely help organization to move ahead. And again, technology and cyber is not to stop the business. It is actually to enable the business. It's like it's very old say. It's like having a brakes in your car.
Correct.
You don't apply brakes just to stop the car, but to go safely. Right? So cyber is like that only to help you go ahead safely in your business.
Wonderful. And lastly, looking ahead, what do you believe is going to be the next big thing when we discuss the cybersecurity landscape? Anything on the horizon that every organization should keep an eye on?
I think it is already started. The integration of AI, right? Everybody is running after that, investing a lot of millions of dollars into the adopting technology or hiring a people who can actually build those technologies or help them to build AI or get a use of, get integrated with other already open AI set of tools. But what is missing is the ethical AI, I'll say,
Correct.
or the governance against the AI, right? The ethical use of that, there has to be clear policies against that. That, for example, you're the employee, you will not be able to understand what is ethical in that case and what is not ethical.
Exactly.
Right? What I should share, what I should not share. So you need a help of awareness, a good sessions, good learnings on that, good policy, ethical policy, and technology. Right? Even if you try to do, it should stop you.
Right. I do have one question though. Again, you spoke about ethical use or responsible use of AI. Where can individuals or organizations, draw that line when using AI or technologies like AI?
Right. So I think it goes to the basic again. You need to identify. Okay. Identify and understand your data. Right. Like I said, Y2K was an asset-driven era when computer came. Right. And first 10 years was like that. So you can consider ISO 27000 2005.
Okay.
It was asset-driven standard came. Next decade was process-driven. So ISO 27001 2013. Right? Now it is asset process plus data-driven. Right? So you'll have to understand where is your data and what kind of data it is. Right? So for example, you are having a payslip, you are sending payslip to Gmail. Okay. But you are having a report and your laptop may get shut down and you're sending it to your personal laptop. It is not good. It is not allowed. It's an official document.
Correct.
Should not be sent to your personal email IDs.
Correct.
Or to your friends. Anything happening in your office, any deal is going to happen, you are discussing in cafe, not correct.
Okay.
Right? Because anyone can use that information. So you need to understand the data. What is the data? What is the classification of data? Is it public data? Are you okay to share it with the public? Is it confidential or is it personal? Or we can say, is it only related to a department? So that is something policy should be given by the company.
Right. So defining the data is the key here. But
right.
Amey, this conversation has been very candid and insightful. So thank you once again for joining us. And I look forward to seeing you again.
Great. Thank you for inviting. Thank you.
Thank you.